Hello, welcome back to my channel once again. Today, I want us to look at a division of decimal numbers. Now, do you know that you can actually divide decimal numbers without the use of calculator? Now, to do that, let us see what we're going to do. And now, to solve this, of course, we take the first one, number one. Now we have it. Remember the long division method, very simple. All you need to do is take it step by step. Now we have the divisor here. Now the number you are dividing, place it inside 8.742. Now we start. But before we do that, look at the position of the decimal point. Take it up the same position. Let it be there, above, directly above it. So 4 divide 8. 4 dividing 8 will give us 2. Now 2 times 4 is 8. And of course, you subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Now this 7, bring it down. 4 divide 7. Of course, to give us just only single 4 is in this. So it will give us 1. 1 times 4 is 4. You subtract 7 minus 4 will give us 3. Now 4 divide 3. Of course, it cannot go. All you will need to do is this 4 here, bring it down. If you bring it down, this is what you have. Now you can pick the 2 at the same time. 4 divide 34. Of course, it will give us 8. 8 times 4 will give us 32. Now you can subtract. 4 minus 2 will give us 2. This other one is 0. Now 4 divide 2. Since it cannot go, this one here, bring it down. If you bring it down now, you have 22. You can carry the 2 at the same time. Now 4 divide 22, because you can get 5 there. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 minus 0 is 2, which we can have 2 here. Of course, this minus this is just 0. Now we have 4 divide 2. Since 4 cannot divide 2, what do? Of course, you cannot leave it here. You continue until everything becomes 0. Since you cannot leave it here, come to this your divisor, add 0 there, and bring that 0 down. So if you bring it down, we have 20. Now 4 divide 20 will give us 5. Now 5 times 5 will give us 20. Therefore, 20 minus 20 is 0. So you continue. Assuming the number is not occurring, or you keep adding zeros. And of course, you keep getting small numbers. All right. We can now have that 8.742 divided by 4. We can now have that the answer is equal to 2.1855. This is the answer. Now, let us look at how we can solve the second question. Now, we have the number 2 question. Now, the number 2 says 0.363 divided by 0.2. This one, because this one is 0 point, the divisor, you must pay attention to the divisor, the number dividing. Find a way to make it a whole number. It must be a whole number so that you can easily handle it. Now, because this one is not a whole number, what do we do? And of course, whatever you do to this side, you must do it to this side. So all you need to do is find a way to move this point to front, to the back of this. Now, by multiply, what it means is that you multiply by 10. If you multiply by 10, whatever you do to the right, this side, you must do it to this side. So, if we shift our decimal point here, automatically this one will be shifted up to here. Therefore, we can now have that the new values will now give us 3.63 will now be divided by 2. we have made this a whole number by multiplying by 10 or by shifting these decimal point just once. If you shift once, this side you shift it once. If we shift twice, you shift this side twice. Now we can now divide it. Now if we divide it, our divisor will come here 3.63. Now this one, remember, your decimal point must be directly above this. Where this is, where you have this, you put it there. Now 2 divide 3, of course, it will give us 1. 1 times 2 will give us 2. By the time you subtract, we'll have 1 remaining. Of course, 2 cannot divide 1. Since 2 cannot divide 1, this one, bring it down. If you bring it down, it becomes 16. 2 divide 16 will give us 8. Now, 8 times 2 is 16. If you subtract, it will give us 0. Now, this last value here, bring it down. So if you bring it down, you have 3 here, because 2 can come here. 2 divide 3 will give us 1. 1 times 2 will give us 2. Subtract. If you subtract here, 1 will have 1 here. Now, 2 cannot divide 1. What we'll do is we'll add 0 to this one and bring it down. If we add 0 there, we'll bring it down. 2 divide 10 will give us 5. Now, 5 times 2 will give us 10. And then we now have subtract here. 10 minus 10 is 0. Therefore, we have ended it like this. Now, we can now say that this is the original number 0.363 divided by 0.2. We can say that the answer is equal to 1.815, and this is the answer. Now, for this third one, please do this one and drop the answer in the comment section. But before we wrap it up, let's take this very last one. Now, this one says simplify 86.4 divided by 0.12. Now, if you have this particular problem, if you look at this now, we said you must make this a whole number. How do you make this a whole number? Push this. This is the original value. I can rewrite it here. 86.4 divided by 0.12. Now, this one, push this point, put it here. Of course, when it comes here, it becomes 1.2. Of course, 1.2 is not a whole number. You push it again. That means this is where you have your point. Since we have pushed this side 2 times, we'll also do the same here. Now, if we put this one, it becomes, this is once. And because we push this one twice, we can now put 0 here and put the second one here. Therefore, the new number will now give us, we'll have here as 12. The number dividing will now give us 8640. This is the number we are dividing. Now, 12 cannot divide 8. Since 12 cannot divide 8, we take these two at the same time. So if we take this two, which is 86. Now, 12 divided 86 will give us 7. 7 times 12 will give us 84. Then you subtract. 4 minus 6 will give us 2. 8 minus 8 is 0. Now, 12 divide this. Since it cannot go, this 4 here, you bring it down. If you bring it down here, you have 24. Now, 12 divide 24, it will give us 2. 2 times 12 will give us 24. You subtract. If you subtract, it will give us 0 here. Remember, there is still 0 remaining. There are 2 ways. It's either you take it up here or you bring it down here. Bring it down here, 0. And of course, 12 divide 0 will still give us 0. Since it is 0, you put it here, 0. 0 times 12 is 0. Therefore, 0 minus 0 is 0. So we have reduced everything to 0. We can now conclude, this is, remember that this is our original number. We can now say 86.4 divided by 0.12. We can say that the answer is 720. Of course, this is when we have a they have a number divided by very low number, because it is giving us a very positive high score, high integer. Now, if you found this lesson interesting, consider following this page. If you are following me if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that the moment I drop any new video, you'll be notified. Thank you very much.